Hey you guys, so it has been quite some time since I've done a check-in. Today is officially our 2 months of being in business, and it has been everything that I have hoped for and so much more. So much more. So let's do a quick little recap of our timeline. So we submitted our paperwork February 22nd, which was a Monday. Exactly a week later, we got an email, so it was the 29th of February saying, we have everything, it's all here, you look good. Okay, now we sat on the queue. On April 16th is when I got my call to place my order. So I was actually, according to the queue, I was supposed to be scheduled for between the 12th and 13th. So April 12th and 13th was supposed to be when they were going to call, but the system went down that week because that's what happens, and systems go down, and it was down for about 2 days, maybe 2.5 days. So then, of course, everybody got pushed back, and then it's like one of those, well, of course it's going to shut down because I've been like crazy waiting for this call, and like I can't sleep and I can't eat, and oh, when are they going to call me? And then the system goes down. And really, all I could do was laugh because I mean, what are you going to do? So, anyways, so I'm a dog groomer, and it was a Saturday, and I had said to Tracy, who's my partner here, my best friend, I said, "Watch, I've got a dog to groom on Saturday. I bet they're going to call me on Saturday." And guess what? They called me on Saturday while I was grooming the dog. Luckily, I had a really good dog who's always really good for me, and he just let me talk and be all crazy and excited. And okay, so anyways, at that point, um, the the package options, well, they had you had a few options, or you could do a custom. But at that moment in time, they pretty much just said, "Here's what we have to select from, and what do you want? You know, what is it that you want?" So I was able to say, "Okay, we have $5,000, and that's it. I have to stay at 5,000 or under." That's all we had in our business account. Um, and I had heard that they were really good at keeping track of that. And she was. I really wish I could say who my person was, and I know people do, but I mean, you're just in the moment. And like I said, and I was trying to, you know, keep the dog occupied and talk, and and just think about what Tracy and I had talked about ordering. And okay, so anyways, the total came out to $5,003 and something cents. So what she did is we did the 5,000 on the one card, which is our business debit card, and then she was able to put the other $3 and some cents on another card, which was my, just my account. So yes, if you're wondering if they can split it up, at that point they were able to split it up, and I'm hearing that they still can. Okay, so anyway, so April 16th is when they called me and I placed my order. I received my package on April 22nd, which was that Friday. So Saturday they called me, Friday I got my package. Now I am in Las Vegas, so I'm relatively close to the warehouse in California, and I believe that now they have packages done up, and so they ship a lot faster. So you might even get it faster than I do, because like now when I order, we usually get it within 2 days. So they're pretty quick. So anyways, order received on the 22nd. That was a Friday. My mother-in-law was in town, and I, pretty much was just about my clothes that weekend. So for Friday, I did a Facebook live, opening the box, not selling anything, just like kind of showing everybody what we got. And then that night, Saturday, Sunday, I just worked on, 7 boxes, you're talking 300 and some items of clothing that need to come out of their bags, checked for flaws, and hung and photographed. So I pretty much worked the whole weekend, and I believe I was done on Monday or Tuesday. Like I said, I'm a dog groomer. I groom in my house, so I still had to do that too. But anyway, so our official launch was on the 26th, which was a Tuesday. And we do a lot of multi-consultant sales just because that's what we do. That's our thing, and we like them. We enjoy them. Tracy is amazing at getting us in them and keeping an eye on them, and we just do really well. So the 26th we had our launch on our group, and then on the 27th, the next day, we did a multi-consultant sale. Okay, so that was April. At the end of May, I moved. I had to move because it was time that we moved, and I had to move. So pretty much a month into this business, I had to pack everything up and move. We didn't move far. We just moved about 4 miles away, but it was still from May 21st through May 28th, was pretty much packing, loading, driving, taking the boxes out, going back to the house. And I did that all week, except for that last weekend where we had the moving van and everything. Okay. So, and I'll get back to the move in a minute. So now here we are, June 22nd, and it is just our page, our Facebook group has grown from 0, of course, but before we launched, we had maybe a couple hundred because we were keeping it low. And I want to say we're about 3,800, just about 3,798 or something. And we probably do about 2 to 3 multi-consultant sales a week. And we always keep our inventory up because we like to shop that way. And that's pretty much it. So let's talk about some other things. So that's an update on the time frame. I told you a month into this, I had to move. Because of that 1 month, my first month in LuLaRoe, which was going to be our weakest month because we're just starting, I was able to do my budget and see that we could afford to move into a bigger house. I'm talking about the house we were in was about 1,500 square feet, actually just under 1,500 square feet. My LuLaRoe room was in my bedroom. Luckily, I had a big master and a big-ish walk-in closet. So I had 2 racks pushed up against the wall that I would just have to move every time I needed to get into them. And then I had another rack in my walk-in that I had to take in and out if I had to get to things in the back of the closet. My shipping was all done on my bed. I had this blanket that I would take out and lay it on the bed and do all of my inventory, whatever's involved. I'm, taking out of bags and checking, and then once everything were sold, folding them and putting back in the bag and shipping, and it was all done on my bed. And my desk was in my room right next to my bed. So, and now I have this big room that is completely all for LuLaRoe. So it's awesome. So this house, so like I said, we came from just under 1,500 square feet to 2,800 square feet. And, and that's, it has just, in that short amount of time, excuse me, it's like I said, that was going to be our weakest month. And if our weakest month was our weakest month, I can't even wait to see what the rest of this adventure does for us. Okay, so let's talk money, because that's going to be your big concern. I know it was for me. I went in with Tracy. That was the only way I could do it. There's no way I had 5,000 on my own, and I don't have good credit, but I don't really like credit anyways. We tried to do a home equity loan on our house, but we're military and we own a house in a different state that had renters in it, and so it just didn't work out. So basically I was on my own. Luckily it was tax season, so I partnered with Tracy, and my half came from my tax return. Otherwise, I get it, I wouldn't have been able to do it. But I think, and I didn't really want to do the credit cards anyways. I probably could have, because they have some that are available for people with not so good credit. So I probably could have done that, or I could have borrowed some from my mom or whatever. But I was scared, because I mean, that's a big investment that you don't know what's going to happen or where it's going to lead to. I mean, for all you know, for all your husband knows, for all your mother knows, you just threw away $5,000 and now you have all these clothes. But it doesn't work that way, because everything sells. You're going to hear that a lot. Everything sells, okay? It may not sell the next day, but it's going to sell. And if it's not being sold to a, sorry, my computer, there we go. If it's not being sold to a customer, there is a LuLaRoe consultant out there who's going to buy your stuff, because we love to shop just as much as everybody else does. And we're constantly looking for things too. So basically, like I'm saying, had I known how well this was going to work out, I wouldn't have been afraid to get that credit card, because I would have had it paid back. So basically, our initial investment was $5,003, like I said, and we pretty much had made back about, we probably made, by the end of our first month, by the end of May, we had made just under $5,200. So as you see, we made our investment back in a month, and that includes me looking for a house and packing up and moving. I mean, and then I think somewhere in there, Tracy's daughter and our stepdaughter got married, so they had that to, I mean, it's doable. It is completely doable. It is all about what you are going to do with this business. You know, I mean, you're going to work. You have to work. It's not about just, you're not going to just take a picture and put it on the internet and then just go eat a cupcake. I mean, you're going to work, but it's not even work. It's fun. I mean, I enjoy going through the boxes as they come in and looking at the clothes and taking pictures. And yeah, the hanging on the mannequin is tedious, but it is what it is. There's so much learning that's involved. I mean, I'm constantly learning, because I'll take a picture and then it'll get posted on our party groups or whatever, and I'll look at it and I'm like, oh my God, I need to not do that again. So I mean, it's constantly, you're constantly learning a new way to do things. And I pretty much have my system down where I'm good. We are working on building our inventory numbers. So we personally didn't pay we paid ourselves because I needed money to help with the deposit to move into this house. But pretty much we have reinvested, I think Tracy said about 80%. We've reinvested 80% of it. So technically we didn't make back our initial investment, because we chose to turn it around and reinvest it. But if we wanted to, we could have said, okay, look, every bit of money we make is going to pay back. Like if we had gotten a credit card or something, because I don't do credit cards. So I would have wanted to get rid of it right away. So we could have taken everything we had and put it back into the credit card, and then after a month, and then not order. We could say, let's not order anything until we're paid off. Well, it would have only taken us a month to do that. So it's not, oh, and then talking about, I know there's a lot of concern about market saturation. There really isn't any market saturation, because here's what I'm telling you. Go to the airport and look at everybody and count to me. First of all, I want you to count how many people sit down in the airport for an hour. Count every single person that passes by you in that hour. Then I want you to look at those people at the same time and count how many of them are wearing LuLaRoe. Let's be fair and say women, okay? You may see 2, maybe, but I doubt it, because we are not saturated. I mean, we are so under 100,000 consultants. And if you think about like Mary Kay, who has millions, and Avon, who has millions, but I mean, it's not even like that, because we get different inventory. Like, my sponsor lives down the street from me. We don't have the same inventory. I know, because we look at each other's, I mean, we're on each other's pages. So when we're, talk, and we don't have the same inventory. And how is that possible when she's right down the street from me, right? But if you go to Target, I have a Target 2 miles away, and I have a Target right here. They have the exact same stuff. But guess what? People are still going to Target, and they're still buying stuff from Target. So don't even worry about that. It's not even about that. But the unique thing about LuLaRoe is that we all have different patterns. You might get some repeats, but they only make a certain amount of patterns. So if I order today and you order tomorrow and you live right next door to me, there's a huge chance that we're not going to get the same styles. Okay, so don't even worry about that. If saturation is the only thing that's stopping you, then just sign up, because I mean, there really isn't anything. All right, I think that's it. I wanted to give you all a update on my 2 months. And I haven't been around because I've been so busy. I'm still not fully moved in. And like I said, I'm trying to redo all my pictures, because I didn't like my pictures from the beginning in the old place, and now I have a whole little studio set up where I can take the pictures. And anyways, so come follow us. We are on Facebook. It's and I'm going to put it on the screen, probably right around here or here. It's facebook.com/groups/LLR 2 broke girls. Okay, but we're not broke anymore, but it's still funny. And then if you have any questions, just ask. Join our group. You can message us for any questions if you're thinking about joining, and just have questions on how to go about it and how this and that are done. We've got a couple in the queue right now. They've sped up onboarding. So it's not like a year like it was. Just kidding, it wasn't a year, but it was a few months. But they're trying to pick up on that. Our founders, Deanna and Mark, are amazing people who only have our best interests. Well, not only, of course, but they have our best interests in mind, and they listen to us, and they're just amazing. This company is amazing. It truly is about sisterhood. I belong to two other companies in the past who talked about sisterhood and teamwork, and I can tell you, no. But LuLaRoe truly is sisters, and about helping people and making people feel good about themselves, whether it's in your clothes or your mindset, or just finding something for you. Anyways, so like I said, we're on Facebook, LuLaRoe, Tracy, and Gina. You can join our group at facebook.com/groups/LLR 2 broke girls. Or you can join, we made a page for our team members, and this is also where you can ask questions if you're thinking about joining. And it is facebook.com/groups/LLR Team Lula Wings. Okay, so anyways, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, if you have any questions, all our contact information is below. Feel free to message me or Tracy, and hope to see you all soon. Bye.